Just a warning, this video may contain some coarse language and mentions of suicide. I just thought I'd give you all a heads up before this video actually begins. Enjoy. Hello guys, it's nearly 2019, Christmas Day's next week, New Year's Day's only 14 and a bit days away, so I thought tonight, because this is my last video for 2018, we're going to do my year in review. So the best, the worst, the positives, the negatives, the best, the worst, and what's to come next year. So let's get started. So let's begin the year in review with the Adventure Time finale. That was emotional, and as you can tell in the video I made, Adventure Time series review, or the Adventure Time finale, I don't remember which one I did, but that one was incredible because, spoiler alert, you haven't seen it yet, but when Princess Bubblegum and Marceline kissed, I couldn't believe my eyes, and when Lumpy Space Princess and Lemongrab kissed, that was even more ridiculous. But who thought Bimo would save the day? So I'm gonna say what else did, but what a show it was. I mean, just an incredible show. It'll never be forgotten of Adventure Time. And I put that on the emotional part of the year because the finale was just so perfect. Now let's go to a positive side. Me being able to talk with Ken Osborne, Michaela Deed, Zach Callison throughout the year. I mean, and John DiMaggio. I mean, these guys follow me on social media as well as Jessica and Chico. And the fact that these legendary voice actors / directors have the time and have the trust of me, and they own my, you know what I'm talking about, you know, to talk to me about certain things, that's made my year amazing. I mean, to see then they would talk to me about it. It's about anything they want. Doesn't matter if it's baseball or something else. But Michaela Deeds made the best video of the year when she tagged me in a post on Instagram. On Instagram stories, she saw a license plate called R-Dog2. She tagged me in it. She said, "What's up, Rob Dog?" I was like, "Oh my god!" So that was pretty cool. And but yeah, all those legendary voice actors, like, give up their time and sometimes replying back to some of the stuff I say. It's been amazing. Like the time I was in hospital, which I'll get to later, Michaela Deets replied back to me, and then when I mentioned about my new girlfriend, John DiMaggio liked it. So it was pretty cool, and hopefully more to come next year. Another positive this year was that I did another 2 grand finals this year, my refereeing, and that was pretty cool. I expected to get 1. I didn't think I would get 2, so to get 2 grand finals this year was pretty cool, and looking forward to my 6th season of refereeing next year. And another positive as well on this related subject, I was actually in the local newspaper earlier this year, or actually a few months ago. The story was that they did a local newspaper. They did a it was a 16-page lift out for the local grand finals, and I had no idea I was going to be in. I mean, 2 of my friends knew they were going to be in it themselves. It was a father and son combination, and they're pretty good referees, those 2. But I had no idea I was going to be in it, and you can see me crouching down. I got it wrong. I might have got the decision wrong, but in my defense, there was a guy, the fan that was actually blocking my view, so I had no idea. I said try. It might be no try, but no one complained at the day, so they all knew it was a difficult decision. But yeah, I was happy to be in the local paper for the 3rd consecutive year, so it was pretty cool to be in it. Another positive this year, the birthday wishes I got from everyone. I mean, that was absolutely amazing. I mean, It's amazing to know how many friends I've got around the world. It's absolutely amazing, and to have the love and support of all of you is awesome. And it was so cool to see you all this year. Sorry about my elbow. I'm just checking out my phone for a second. But the amazing thing was that I got so many wishes from everyone. It was so fantastic to see, and it's absolutely amazing. I also went to the football this year, the rugby league this year. I saw Brisbane Broncos play twice. Once on Easter Sunday, the other one in October or late September, early September, and it was absolutely amazing, those two games, except for the fact that um, we lost one of them and we won the other one. But as I mentioned in my one of the videos, one of my early videos this year, traffic chaos. There was transport chaos afterwards, and unbelievably, I said good luck because they're gonna have at least 6 million people on the train and transport network for the Commonwealth Games. Somehow it survived. Speaking of the Commonwealth Games, that was here this year on the Gold Coast, and it was absolutely fantastic. What wasn't, though, was the closing ceremony. One of the worst I've ever seen in my life. By the time the ceremony ended, there was only 5,000 people left inside Metricon Stadium. The problem was that it was done by an American company, and America is not part of the Commonwealth Games, and it was just a really disappointing finish to what was a fantastic event. I mean, we definitely showed the world again we can definitely host a big event, but that closing ceremony was a disgrace. It really was. Let's step aside from the positive one for one second. Let's go to the negatives, and let's begin with my ex-girlfriend. She, this month in particular, and late last month, she has been pathetic. I mean, to say the least. I mean, and even on Friday night, before I had my friend's dinner in Brisbane, she was on the same train as me for 35 minutes, and it was awkward as crap. Because she awkwardly spoke to me for that long. Now, why was it awkward, you might ask? Number one, I had not seen her since February of last year when she pushed my friend in the Queen Street Mall in Brisbane. And I said, get stuffed. So this is the first time I've seen her in like 22 months. That's number one. Number two, when you mentioned on Facebook Messenger that you're going to take your own life, that's why I mentioned the suicide warrant at the start of the video. If you're gonna joke about taking your own life and then just to get to me again, and then say, "Oh, I didn't actually mean to say it," what a fucking bitch you are, or she is, I should be saying. I've already told some people what she said, and they are pissed off. I don't blame them. I mean, the fact that she said down Facebook Messenger, I'm planning to take my own life, I don't know how to do it, and then Friday night she arrived, she's on the same train as me, and I asked her, why did you do it? And she said, I didn't mean to. You don't joke about taking your own life. It is so serious. That's why I didn't want to fucking talk to her. Unfortunately, I felt occupied, or whatever you call it, forced to talk to her. And I was listening to George Michael. I like his song Father Figure. Well, of course, he passed away 2 years ago. But the fact is, she should have never opened her mouth. She should never have said, I'm planning to take my own life, and then joke about it. You don't joke about these things. It is fucking sick. And the way she treated my girlfriend was also a disgrace. Fucking disgrace. Because You don't joke about taking my life, then bully my girlfriend by saying, "Oh, how can someone live in Ipswich, which is where I'm from, in Australia? A boy in Ipswich and a girl in New Jersey falling in love. I don't believe it." You broke up with me 2 years ago on Facebook mentioned that he broke up with me because of Adventure Time. And you're angry now at me for having a girlfriend. Yeah, she's just a stubborn bitch. That's all I'm gonna say. Another negative this year was that there was a police shooting in Ipswich back in, I think it was August or September. And yeah, it was late September. Because my friend Jesse Camone, he got shot dead by police. And I still believe to this day that he should have been tasered, which would have meant he would still be alive. Because he wasn't even a threat to anyone. And yet, I reckon the media sensationalized it, in my opinion. But to lose someone that you knew because of a police intervention, I just don't know what to say about that. I lost a great man, great friend. And of course, the big negative this year was the fact that I was in hospital. And for people who don't know what happened, I was in hospital for 12 hours, maybe 18 hours, on late September. So this is a couple of days before Jesse was tragically taken from us. And I ended up having 8 staples in my head. Staples in my head. So just outside this door here, I'll show you. So where this door is here, which is closed by the way, I said goodnight to my mum, and the next bit I end up on the concrete floor across this way. Outside the door, the bathroom door is there, right? And I cracked my head open, passed out. Next time whenever I wake up, I'm actually on the floor with my head cut open, cracked open. And there's blood on the floor, there's blood coming out of my head. I was this close to concussion, as it turned out. And, yeah, I ended up missing a week of work. The staples took 12 days to actually fully close up the scars, which did its job. Don't get me wrong, it did its job. It's 2 weeks I never went back ever again, because when I went to the hospital that night, I ended up almost passed out again before my ECG. Sorry, before my MRI. I ended up getting an MRI done. I also had a CT scan, an X-ray, an ECG on me. They had to shave a bit of my chest, which I mentioned in one of my early videos. They had to shave my chest. Also, a needle in my head, 8 staples. I think I got that for some staples. And also, yeah, massive bandage on my head, and my mum was with me that night, and she didn't get home till 4:30 in the morning. I didn't get to sleep till 4:30 in the morning. I had to be at my work at 7:30. Time I was already late. I had to tell them, look, I won't be in today, tomorrow, maybe next week, because I'm in hospital. Ended up going to work with those staples still in my head, but it was okay. I was fine, and I haven't felt dizzy since. Thankfully, maybe once though in October, but apart from that, I'm fine now. That's it for the negatives. There's a few more positives. My Gold Coast holiday was amazing this year. Check out my videos from the Gold Coast. It was amazing. 47th floor of the Marathon Hotel on the Gold Coast at Southport. It was absolutely sensational. And I would definitely go there again. It's just an amazing place. I mean, you go up to your room in like probably half a minute, unless you gotta stop for someone else first. It was absolutely insane. And I'm gonna end this video with a big moment from this year. It only happened last month. But people who don't know, I have a girlfriend now, as I mentioned before, when I mentioned about my ex being a bitch, joking about her suicide potential, which of course she hasn't even done it because she's still alive, and she actually took an Uber home the other night, which cost her $70. Why she take an Uber home from Brisbane, I got no idea, because it's like It's like a 40-minute drive from her house to her house from where we were. We were meant to get the train. There was going to get wet. Anyway, back to the big one. So this is why my ex was pissed, because on the same night she was talking crap to my girlfriend Amy Welsh. Me and Amy Welsh actually fell in love, and we started a relationship on November 22nd, somewhere around there. And since then, we're still together. We'll be together for a while. There's no question about it. She's the one who suggested I do this video about the pluses, the positive, negative, best, worst moments of this year. I can't thank her enough. She's an amazing person. She's an awesome girlfriend, and I'm glad to fall in love with someone who respects me so much, who appreciates me so much, who just respects me for what I do, for what I am. Unlike my ex, who hated the fact that I love Adventure Time and refereeing, Amy respects me for what I am and what I do. She loves my legs. She calls them my legs muscly legs, which I love so much. And I want to just say to Amy, if she's watching, I love you, sweetie. Thank you very much. And I want to say to all my friends watching this as well, I love you all too. Don't get me wrong, you guys are awesome. So, for the final time in 2018, that is it for my videos, or for my video tonight. So my mind's a bit tired. Click like, comment, subscribe. Remember, it's positive comments only, otherwise I will delete your comments if it's not positive. So 2019, I've got a potential court case to go to. I'm not in trouble. I'm a witness. People don't know what happened on Mother's Day this year. It was during my refereeing. There was no one brawl. I was a witness. I had to go to the police station back in October, do a statement, and now I might. Oh, it was early November, sorry. And then I still got the statement with me. The case, if it does go to trial, I'll have to go to court. So, but I'm a witness, so I'm fine. Don't ask me if I'm a criminal. I am not a criminal. I am just a witness to what happened. Possible trips to Bundaberg, which is north of here, Ratcliffe, which is also north, and the Gold Coast is south. 10 years at my workplace at Queen's Park Cafe in February. That'll be some accomplishment. You can see I was only 15 when I first started there. It was absolutely amazing. And also playing more videos next year. If you have any suggestions about what I should do for next year, any videos I should do for next year, please let me know in the comments section or on Twitter at Robbie Thornton, because I would love to hear your suggestions. I mean, Amy Welsh, my girlfriend, suggested this positive and negative things about this year for me earlier tonight, and I love her for it, and that was great. So if you have any suggestions, please let me know in the comments or on Twitter at Robbie Thorn. And it's me with the St. Louis Cardinals hat. And yeah, so can't wait to hear your suggestions. One final thing before I go. Special happy birthday to my friend in Brazil, Gelton. Birthday, buddy. Enjoy it while you can. And I know you'll be having a fun time there in Brazil on your birthday. You are an amazing person. I love your cosplays. I love everything about you. You're just a great bloke. God bless you. You're amazing. My wonderful friend. Happy birthday, buddy. And also, this is, like I said, the last video of the year. I'd like to wish all of you a Merry Christmas and a very happy New Year. I'll be back roughly around the first 2 weeks of January with how Christmas and New Year went here in Australia. And I can't wait for Friday. It's supposed to be 104, 41 Celsius. That's going to be disgustingly hot. So thank you very much, guys. Click like, subscribe, comment. And like I said, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and Happy Birthday to Glinton in Brazil. You are awesome, buddy. See you next year, guys. Love yous all.